talk about. In my last video, I got up to, as of now, 13,000 views. I don't know why I have that many views. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I'm very flattered, and I hope this video gets as much or more. So what I want to talk about is all the updates in Smash Brothers. But before we get to that, I'd like to talk about kind of my experience with the demo at Best Buy. I played both the 3DS and Wii U version. They had a button layout a certain way that wasn't the most comfortable, at least on the 3DS version, more so. But that aside from the buttons, like what buttons were assigned to what function, it was actually very comfortable. The 3DS was very comfortable, and so that was something I was kind of worried about. Will it play good on 3DS? And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it plays really good. So I mean, you probably want to customize your controls a little bit, but other than that, it was great. So I got to play some old characters and some new characters. Now on the 3DS version, I played Greninja. That was my first one. Greninja kind of feels like Sheik to me, kind of like a Sheik, and which I'm not really good with Sheik. I'm not a Sheik user, so I'm not sure if Greninja is going to be for me. But obviously, when we own the game, we'll know more who we're going to be good with. I was standing in line with a guy at the Best Buy event, and he was kind of telling me a little bit about Bowser, and he's like, Bowser feels really good. He's really fast for his size, and he's strong. And so I actually went ahead and picked Bowser, and man, he felt great. Bowser was great. I also played Fox and Zelda, and Fox felt more or less the same. Zelda didn't do anything for me. I didn't feel like I did really well with her. And Mega Man didn't do it for me either, actually. He was one of the new characters I was excited to play, and I just was like, eh. Granted, it was on the 3DS version where the assigned buttons were kind of terrible. I didn't like the L was grab instead of block and roll, so I like to roll with L instead of R. Some people use R, but since like on the GameCube controller Z is up there and it was always grab, I would like to make R grab, not L, but whatever. That's how they did it, and it just kind of threw me off a little bit. So yeah. So moving on, I went to the Wii U version, and we got to play 2 rounds, and I won the first round as Zero Suit Samus. I picked her first because I knew she was going to be different, and I wanted to feel how different. But I wanted to pick somebody somewhat familiar because I was worried about, with the control layout that they have, I better pick somebody that I know and see how I fare. So, but surprisingly, the Wii U version even the demo version was laid out better. So I was able to use the left trigger as block and roll. So that was cool. So I definitely did better. I actually won first place in that first match as Zero Suit Samus. And then on the next one, I played a new character. I played Rosalina, who feels amazing. Like, I am very happy with Rosalina. So she's going to be one I'll definitely probably be playing and trying to see if she'll be one of my mains or not. But she felt really comfortable, and I got second place on that one. I didn't get first, but Rosalina feels kind of like, man, she's definitely her own character. So that's one thing I'll say right off the bat. And like those of you that worry about clones and everything, which I don't know who she would be a clone of, but she kind of feels like, I don't want to say Mewtwo, but almost but better, way better. Like, it's kind of like her floatiness that reminds me of Mewtwo. Like her double jump or in the middle of the air jump. She kind of does this little floaty movement, and it feels really comfortable. It's slow, but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, well, that's just going to be dumb. More slow characters. No, it's actually very comfortable, and she's pretty strong. From what I remember, I KO'd a guy. He used a Fox illusion. He was Fox, and he used his side and B at me, and I timed it perfectly and smash attacked him, and he just went flying. It was awesome. He goes, "Oh man, nice move." I said, "Thanks." So he was a cool guy to play against. We had a fun time. So I had a lot of fun with that Smash Brothers event. Those are the characters that I played. I know you guys can probably watch a lot of videos of different people playing it, and there's probably other people on YouTube that talk about different characters that they tried out. But those are the characters that I tried out, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Zero Suit Samus feels like a dream. I just absolutely love her, and she might be one of my mains now. I liked her in Brawl, but she just was too weak to really put her in like my own top favorites. She was right there, but she just was a little weak, and I didn't like her recovery. But those two things are fixed now, so heck yeah. Not to mention Bowser's a beast. Whew, man. He's already my main, but now he's just even better. Whoa, yeah. Anyway. Alright, so before I kind of get into more of the conference, one thing I want to talk about that was talked about in my second video was the responses I got in my second video from all the comments. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, I said, like, I don't think Ike will be coming back, and it was a little bit before Ike was confirmed again. And it's just like everybody wanted just like to beat me over the head, and just I kept getting stupid comments like, Ike's back, by the way. Well, no kidding. Well, thank you for that. You know, it's a speculation video. Of course I'm not going to know 100%. Nothing I say is 100%. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay, I got it. Ike's back. We're great. But he's a welcome addition. I'm glad he's back. He's a really cool character. And, you know, I'm really glad that I couldn't really, like, guess what Sakurai was going to do, who he was going to incorporate into the game. But hey, cool. Ike's back. Ike's a likable character, so rock on. Yeah. So we got 33 confirmed characters now. Now, if you guys watched my second and my first video, a lot of the time you'll kind of hear me rant about, I don't want this character in it, I don't want this character in it. And that is mainly because I was like, it's going to take up more slots in the game. And Sakurai said in a past article that there's only going to be just as many characters as there was in Brawl, or probably less. Well, I'm not really thinking that anymore, because here's the thing. We have 33 confirmed characters now, and the people that are missing, forgive me if I miss one of them, the people that are missing is Ness, Lucas, Captain Falcon, Ganondorf, Jigglypuff, Ice Climbers, Game & Watch, Rob, Wolf, Falco, Wario, Meta Knight, and Snake. Now, you can't tell me that these characters, a lot of these characters aren't coming back. I mean, definitely a lot of these have to come back. Not to mention Game & Watch was kind of confirmed without an official, hey, Game & Watch joins the battle. Like, of course it didn't say that, but when it shows him at the end of the Pac-Man announcement trailer, you got to think, okay, I'm thinking Game & Watch is back. He's not one that I love. I actually kind of hate him, but I think he's probably going to come back. I mean, look at that. You've seen him. Now, people kind of freaking out, you know, I hope Ness is in it. I hope Captain Falcon's in it. And I kind of talked to this, the guy in the line at Best Buy about this. I said, I don't know why everybody's freaking out. I'm going to tell you right now, Captain Falcon and Ness are definitely coming back. Like, you know, I'm kind of careful of what I say now with, yes, they're coming back, or no, they're not coming back. Especially after everybody beat me up about Ike. Oh my gosh. Whew, Nazis. Yeah, Ness and Captain Falcon, man, they are such staples in the series. And I talk about that in my other videos too. They're such staples. Ness and Captain Falcon would be the most likely to come back out of all of them, probably. Not to mention they're the original, part of the original 12 from the first Smash Brothers. So there you go. Yeah. So there were 35 slots in Brawl, and now we have 33. If you had just Ness and just Captain Falcon, you would have 35. You don't think Sakurai's going to throw Meta Knight in there too? He's a Kirby. He's like a Kirby creator and Kid Icarus creator. I'm sure he's throwing Meta Knight in there. If you threw King DDD in there, he's going to throw Meta Knight in there. People didn't like him competitively, and I'm sure he'll be nerfed in the proper areas. But I'm sure he's coming back. I mean, there's a lot of characters here that have not been announced that I can see coming back. You know, Jigglypuff, I know people are 50-50 on her. She's a dumb character. You know, I don't think she's coming back, but man, she's part of the original 12, and she kind of is a Smash Brothers staple. You know, you have Wario. A lot of people are thinking Wario will be back, and why wouldn't he be? You know, Ice Climbers. Heck yeah, I definitely think they're coming back. You know, I floated around in my last couple videos about, you know, had different opinions about different things, but man, those are characters I definitely see coming back. And Ganondorf, like, I hope they put Ganondorf in it. I mean, you know, one thing I could see happening is them putting in a different Zelda villain, like Yurahim. That would be stupid. Put Ganondorf in there. That's who we want in Smash Brothers. And please, please give him a different moveset. You know, I'm not one of these guys that likes to beat a dead horse about, oh, there's too many clone characters. But man, Ganondorf is just like a heavy Captain Falcon with just way more strength. Like, he really does need like a Ganon set of moves. Like, he needs to do some magics. He needs to do some projectiles. Some people say he should use a sword. I go back and forth on that. I think he needs to be a little more magical, and I think he should be as strong as he is. Like, I mean, he's strong. He's not fast. He doesn't jump very high. Keep it like that. That keeps it balanced. Like, he won't be too OP that way. So, I love Ganondorf anyway. He's just awesome. I was one of the very few people that could use him, at least amongst my friends. But yeah, those are, yeah, I mean, those are, you know, you gotta think about the veterans. You gotta think about it logically. Like, who's more than likely gonna come back, you know? Like, why wouldn't they come back, you know? I think Sakurai has trolled us. I read an article somewhere, and I mentioned this in my other videos. I read an article somewhere about there's not going to be as many characters in the game. Well, like I said, we're at 33 now, and 35 slots were in Brawl. Sakurai is playing with our minds. You saw that Smash Direct video. He's like, unfortunately, Zero Suit Samus will not be joining us, and then all of a sudden she's lit up again, and just kidding, ha ha ha, she's back and she's buff now. I mean, I've just been thrown, like, I just can't believe some of the characters that are coming back. Like, I couldn't believe Lucario was coming back. Like, I thought he was done. I was like, it seems like they always switch Pokemon, you know. Granted, there were only 3 entries, but it just had that feel like that was going to be the pattern, that Lucario was going to be gone, and I was hoping Mewtwo would take his place. But I like Lucario as a character too, so I'm not upset that he's back. There's a lot of great characters that have been revealed so far. And in my first video, I think it was my first video, I just slammed the Mii's being in it. And, you know, then like in my second video, I think I said maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I can remember correctly. And it's not a character I was enthused about having, especially when you're thinking about how many slots are taken. But man, guys, I don't know. Like, I think we could have way more slots than we realize. Some of these kids, I'm going to call them kids, that are enthusiasts in Smash Brothers or Nintendo games, are like, yeah, there's going to be 50. I don't know if there's going to be 50. That would be pretty sweet if there was 50. Alright, so I'm hoping that there are going to be a lot more slots. I mean, that'll make it a big, fun game. And not to mention, all he's got to do with existing veterans that haven't returned, if you know, he could bring them back and just tweak them on balance. So there you go. The one I don't see coming back, like, I'm real careful with my speculations now, because I surely don't want to get beat up in the comment section. Hey, Ike's back. Oh, well, thanks. But I really don't see Snake coming back. Like, I'm still 100. I feel like he won't come back. You guys can shoot me in the face when they reveal Snake coming back. Okay, I'll be like, alright, you're right. Okay, he's back. I think a lot of people don't expect him to return, though, so I think Snake's probably going to be out. So I have there was I talked about the Jamatsu leaks before, and the thing is with those Jamatsu leaks, man, they were pretty accurate. I mean, thus far, you know, I'm not going to get into all the speculation and everything. It takes so long, and I don't have any notes with me regarding that. But I know that there were a lot of things like there were a lot of rumors that come out, and a lot of things were rumored before the reveals that were spot on. And you know, a lot of and one of these that hasn't been confirmed yet is Chorusman from Rhythm Heaven. And I said in my last video, no, these guys are not coming. This is like the stupidest idea. But I don't know anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, you got Sakurai trolls you, man. Like, he makes you think he's going to do this, and he does that. And I could see these weird characters coming into the game now. I really could. You know, some people say Shulk from Xenoblade. That would be pretty wild. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't know. Is he a third-party character or not? I don't really know. But, yeah. Jamatsu leaks. Man, they've been pretty accurate thus far. But I kind of want to go ahead and start talking about the ones that I wasn't sure were going to come back. I put a maybe on them, and then I want to kind of talk about them. The first one I had was Pac-Man. I had him listed. And I said that I was not quite sure, and I said I don't want Pac-Man. I remember saying that. And I kind of knew it was coming, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say yes for sure. And when I saw that reveal trailer for Pac-Man, it showed that little yellow ball, and then it just did that noise, and it showed his mouth. I didn't get mad. I kind of just smiled like this, like, you know, just nodded. I said, yeah. I said, it needed to happen. Like, I was so, like, against it, but I kind of, like, asked myself, why are you against it? And, you know, it's all because of limited slots in the roster, and I have some characters that I'm holding out for. And those two being, I would love to see Mewtwo coming back, but I really don't see that happening. Especially if Jigglypuff does come back, I definitely don't see Mewtwo coming back. They're not going to have that many Pokemon characters. But I think people would go crazy if they saw Mewtwo come back. And then Wolf. Oh, man, please bring back Wolf. He's the man. And, you know, Falco, he's a pretty big staple. You know, some people are saying that they think Wolf should be in it more than Falco. I couldn't believe that because I thought people liked Falco more, but I've heard a lot of people say Wolf should be in it first because he's a villain. You know, Falco, I think, is more iconic than Wolf is as far as in the Smash Brothers franchise goes. And this is coming from a Wolf fan, so I'm totally being unbiased here. Wolf is the man. Like, I like that guy, but I think Falco would be more likely to come back than Wolf. But hey, with Sakurai trolling us, man, it could be both of them. Like, they could do a trailer where the R-Wings shooting at each other, and it talks about Wolf comes in, and Falco takes a dive or something. And then there'll be like a third character reveal in that. You know, that's kind of how Sakurai does it. And we'll see. We will see. But getting back to Pac-Man, it didn't bother me so bad. It's kind of like, see, it's not so bad. And, you know, I saw that picture that Sakurai posted with Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, and then Pac-Man. Like, that's a pretty cool picture. They really are like the four kings of gaming, if you think about it, you know. I can't really think of any other one, like, you know, Simon Belmont. No, not really. Not really. You know, not a Street Fighter character. I just can't think of anybody more iconic, and Pac-Man fits that bill. He really does. So I've cooled down on it, and I think it's cool. I'm actually now glad he's in the game. Now that I've seen it, it's cool. It's like I had to see it to believe it, and I believe it now. I believe in it, I guess. There will be a lot of people that'll use them, and it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, welcome to Smash Brothers Pac-Man. Okay, moving on. We had the Mii fighters revealed. Once again, I was not wanting Mii's in it. Then I kind of was like, well, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Like, and now, when they were revealed, I wasn't surprised. When it showed like Reggie and Iwata as Mii's, I know, like, obviously that was the Mii confirmation. Anybody would get that right away. But I will be honest with you guys. For that split second, I was like, Reggie's not a character, is he? Now, like I said, that was a split second. It wasn't even like one whole second. Like, I'm not that stupid. Like, but you just wonder because people have been talking about it so much. Like, oh, Reggie's going to be a character. So, obviously, yeah. I was like, oh, Mii's are a character. And I just didn't really understand what was going on with the sword and the brawling and the guns until I was like, so there's three? And then that's when they explained that, hey, you can be three different types of play styles. And it showed like Ice-T and then Elijah Wood. And I think I laughed. I think I just started laughing. And I thought it was great. And once again, I got to say, I've cooled down on it, and I think it's cool. Like, it's really cool. It's going to be fun having the Mii fighters in there. So, you know, I can... somebody said in a comment section on another video, you know, look at all the Chuck Norrises there's going to be. Except you can't play them online. I think that sucks. Shokio, he's like, yeah, I'm glad. I don't know why he's glad. I know he doesn't like Mii's, but everybody in the world's not going to be a Mii. I mean, I promise you that. People like Nintendo characters, and they're still going to mainly be those characters. So that's a lot of fun. So Mii is in there, and I think they did it right. Sakurai did it great. They don't look like they just came right out of the Mii character creator. They actually kind of look a little more like they fit in Smash Brothers. He did a great job. I'm excited to see the different play styles with those characters. I'm definitely going to be playing around with the Mii. I have different ideas of who I want to be as a Mii. Obviously, I'll be myself, because why not, you know? But definitely we'll try some funny stuff. I don't know. And then the other character announcement was Palutena. Now, I'm not going in the order of everything that was announced. I'm just going in the order of how I predicted things on my last video. This is how I wrote them down in my notes. Palutena, man, I'm so glad that was real. She's so cool. Like, what a cool character. It's just so unique, so colorful. What a fun character to add. Just like Rosalina, you know. Rosalina was a great character to add. Whew. So yeah, I'm glad she's in it. Yeah. So, go Palutena. And then you got Chrom, who is yet to be revealed according, you know, apparently he's supposed to be coming according to this Jamatsu leak, but he's yet to be revealed. I still feel like he could I think he very much could be in it. Yeah. I don't think Sakurai's doing anything that's predictable this time. You know, obviously the Jamatsu leaks predicted things, but I'm saying, like, with the whole character slot limitations and things like that, like, I think he's like, well, they think I'm probably going to put so many characters in it. Well, I'm going to keep revealing these characters and this character, and I'm still not going to reveal the veterans yet. So people are pulling their hair out yet. Oh, is Captain Falcon coming back? That is the one that everybody keeps, like, worried about. I hope he's coming back. Guys, Captain Falcon's coming back. Stop worrying. He's totally coming back. He is a staple in Smash Brothers. If Mario wasn't there to represent Smash Brothers, it would be Captain Falcon. I don't think Mario represents Smash Brothers per se, but, you know, he's like the main Nintendo character. But if they had to pick a main character to represent Smash, it would be Captain Falcon, if it wasn't Mario. So, yeah, like I said, I want my boy Mewtwo in it, but just there's so many Pokemon characters already. I'd like to see some other characters that would fit in the game. I'd like to see Dixie Kong in it, and Crystal from Star Fox. That would be cool, but I don't know if that's going to happen. There is no telling what Sakurai is going to reveal in the coming months. Probably a lot of veterans. I'd say we probably have maybe one or two more new characters. I would say if Mewtwo does come back by some weird thing, like some weird miracle, it's going to kind of be big like a new character reveal, because people missed him when he was gone in Brawl. Not to mention everybody loves Melee anyway more. You know, and just a little quick side note on Melee versus Brawl. I didn't know that everybody was so angry at Brawl and like how slow it was apparently compared to Melee. I remember playing Brawl for the first time and going, it feels different, but not in a bad way. And I liked both. I was good at both of them. So it wasn't like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's more hardcore to play Melee. It's more competitive, whatever. Okay, whatever. You know, people say the Wii U one feels like a mixture in between. And, man, I wish they'd bring back wave dashing. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, he's not putting wave dashing or dash dancing and all that other stuff in there. So all that relied on such things, if you're really a good player, you won't need that. If you're truly a good Smash player, you won't need to rely on wave dancing and dashing and whatever you do on that game. Yeah, as you can tell by my tone, I'm not a big advocate of the weird Melee glitches, and people say they're not glitches. Well, whatever, I don't care. That's not in there. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, whether you love it, hate it, all that wave dashing and all that nonsense is not going to be in there. So, get over it. Like, it's gone. So, you have to learn to just use roll now and dodge and jump and kick and punch and everything. So have fun with the game like it was meant to be played. Whew, now I'm going to get a lot of dislikes on this video. Alright. So, alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like my stuff, please subscribe. A little slow going right now, but I am trying to keep my channel going. So, thank you guys very much.